Hi, and welcome to an episode of If I Speak. If you're new around here, don't forget to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spotify as well as Instagram. We're quite active on those. We do quite a lot of polls and we post a lot of controversial sort of things on there, so check those out. And yeah, we'll just get straight into the main topic for this week, which is the Champions League and Europa League draws, which happened last Friday and stuff. First things first then, let's just go to Nandu then. So who have Tottenham drawn, by the way, for this week? I just want to know.
No comment.
Sick. Yeah, amazing.
When life gives you lemons, make sure you make lemonade and not bottle it like Tottenham.
Well said. Well said, Kunal. Well said. Yeah. Anyway, last week it was so eventful last week. Like a lot of drama, obviously, with the Tottenham game. People don't know. Nandu, do you want to tell everyone what happened last Thursday?
We did a Spursy. That's it. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
I said don't bottle it. It happened. Yeah.
Against who?
Dan was arguing.
What was the score?
It was 3-0.
What was the aggregate score?
I don't even know.
3-2.
3-2. 3-2.
Oh,
Bro, you know what? Yeah. After the third goal was scored, I had tears in my eyes. I'm not even chatting. I had tears in my eyes.
Wow.
That's how bad it was.
You should be used to it, man. It's Spurs.
Nah,
It's Spurs to up.
This was bad.
Oh.
Can't explain it, bro.
Anyways, I'm glad that you're back here smiling and stuff like usual self. But yeah, screw you. Who cares about Tottenham? We're talking about the Champions League and Europa League as well because it's international break. It's boring as fuck anyway. So we're going to talk about a bit of England as well whilst we're at it. So I'll go to Abhinav then first. Are you happy with your Champions League draw? You guys got Real Madrid in the quarterfinals.
I won't buy it. I don't know why. I just feel like if we're gonna go in the Champions League far, we're gonna have to play a big team anyway. So might as well put us up against the best team and see where we're at. Even though we're not full strength, I just want to see how good we are compared to Bayern and PSG. Actually, maybe not PSG. I don't know. I have a fear of
Why not
PSG.
PSG? But you're saying Bayern.
Bayern, but not PSG.
Because we haven't played well. I've seen us play against PSG, and they kind of just like split through us. So in the away game, like it was so easy for them to get past our midfield. But that was under Tuchel, so it's different. But Bayern, I don't know. I feel like they're really a really good team, but I think a bit too overhyped. As in, they have their weaknesses, and I do think teams can get at them. Like if you remember the final, like it wasn't like a 4 or 5-0. It was a 1-0, and PSG had their chances, and Mbappe missed an easy chance. So I don't know. Obviously, it's a bit rich from me saying like, oh, Liverpool can go at it. That's just me being like biased. Like I do think like if they had like I don't know like our front three on like top form, we could give them a go. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with Real Madrid. I feel like we have some payback to give them after the Kiev final. I don't think we got a proper go at them because of what happened with Salah. So it's kind of it's ideal. Like we have something we have a point to prove. We have some like motivation to go into that because I don't think we have much to go through, like much motivation in the Premier League now. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah.
What about then, like say the same side of the draw? Are you happy with the teams that are in it as well? So obviously it's Porto versus Chelsea. Are you happy with that as well, or would you rather have had one of the big boys, say Man City or Dortmund?
Okay, I don't mind coming up. Yeah, I don't mind coming up against like one big team just to see where we are. But like if we're playing like every single knockout phase against a big team, I think it's too much for us. So I wouldn't mind an easy path, but at least like one big team maybe to see like it'll be a big statement, you know. And because I don't think people are going to like Anfield or playing against us with fear. So if we beat like a big team, like a Bayern, a Real Madrid, PSG, whatever, we'll put like a big statement out there, and then teams will fear us again, I guess.
Yeah, that's interesting to hear, to be fair. And we'll go on to the Europa League then as well, because the Europa League draw obviously happened as well on Friday as well. So Manchester United play Granada, and Arsenal play Slavia Prague as well. So Darius, so I'll start with you then, bro. How are you feeling about the Europa League just generally going forward and stuff?
Yeah, I was happy with the draw. Which I'll get onto. Even though we're not in the Champions League, I'll quickly say something about the Champions League. If that's all right.
Yeah, go for it, man. Yeah.
I think when you look at the two sides of the draw, because obviously the semi-final draw, as you've said, has already been established. Something's telling me that the winner's going to be from the Liverpool, Madrid, Chelsea, Porto side. I'm 100% with Abhinav. I think if they played a big team, they would come out on top. Just because they're not doing well in the league now, doesn't mean that they're not good in a competition. I really think like experience in Champions League, especially with Liverpool, is huge. I remember when they used to beat Man City, even before they won the league and before they won the Champions League. I remember they knocked them out when everyone thought Man City was going to win that tie. So I look at the other side of the draw and I see City not really good in the Champions League. Lost to Lyon last year. Everyone goes on about they're going to win the quadruple, but when push comes to shove, they normally not bottle it, but they Guardiola does some dumb formation and they mess up. Dortmund, I think, a very good team, probably a bit too reliant on Haaland. I can't see them winning it, to be honest. I can see Man City beating them and then maybe going out. PSG is an interesting one because I think we always say, oh yeah, they're favourites. They got the best player in the world. They're going to go far. But then they're like a glorified Spurs. They always end up by not. They always fall at the last hurdle, and then so I'd say Bayern is the strongest. Although
they got Poch as manager, haven't they? So
yeah, exactly. So it'd be in their DNA. But yeah, so I'd say Bayern. Something's telling me Real Madrid are going to go the whole way. I don't know why. I think out of Paul and Madrid, that tie, whichever team wins that one will go far. I just don't think you can underestimate experience and know-how in Champions League and especially in tournament football. And both Liverpool and Madrid obviously have that in abundance. But anyway, obviously Champions League is just the dead competition. Then we have the Europa League where it's at. Yeah, really happy with the draw. Got quite a nice team to play against. Hopefully, we can't be complacent, but looking forward, we could come up against Unai Emery, which will be interesting.
Can't wait for that, man.
Good coach as well. So yeah, honestly, yeah, they're a really good team. So it'll be tough. But in the last 2 years, we've beaten teams like Napoli, Valencia in two-legged knockout games. So I'm more confident in 2 games than I am to the 1 because I spoke about know-how in European competitions. Yeah. We don't have it. I can see us getting to the final, but whether we actually win it after that, I'm not convinced. United, as we'll get on to now, I think they've probably got quite a tough draw in the sense that they got Ajax and Roma their side in the semi-final. I think a lot of people are expecting an Arsenal United final, but I can see Ajax or Roma getting far. And I think it'll just be a snatch and grab. I'm confident that we can get to the final. On our day, we can beat anyone. But if it was the FA Cup final against a good team, against Man United, I'd be confident. But in Europa League against Man United in Europa League, I'm not as confident. It's a strange one. But obviously, take it one at a time. We're nowhere near the final yet. We need to get through the quarterfinals, then the semi-finals, and then hopefully we just don't do what we did against Chelsea, where we just capitulated. But yeah, I'll let Kunal talk about United. But one thing, it's just nice to see quite a lot of British teams in the latter stages. Obviously, we've got Liverpool, Chelsea, United, Arsenal, and Spurs. My piece done. I'll let Kunal talk, but that's enough for
Yeah, go for it, Kunal. Same question to you, bro.
Yeah, so we drew Granada. Really happy with the tie, just like Darius, because not a very tough team to beat. But then United could lose to anybody if it's not their day, and we could see Matic play and United get beat 3-0. Still on the Matic out agenda. Wow. Always stick to it. Really happy with the tie. I can see a United Arsenal final, and if I think that Arsenal are the only team in the Europa League that could beat us, I don't think that Ajax could or Roma could, even though they're decent sides and they could beat United in a single game. But when we're talking over 2 legs, I think that United would come out the top. And also considering that we beat AC Milan, who are a better side than Roma or an Ajax at the moment, I would say. Plus, we have the international break right now, which gives our players to come an opportunity to come back to full fitness. United have had a bad run of games. Not a bad run of games, but a hectic run of games going into this international break. So it comes at a very good time for us. And I think that once we are back from the international break, we'll be able to go on a run like we have under Solskjaer multiple times and grab the Europa League. The only team that could deny us is Arsenal.
Yeah, no, fair enough. So, yeah, looking at our draw then for the Champions League and stuff, we've obviously got Porto away first, and yeah, I'm kind of the same boat as Abhinav, where I'm very happy with the draw, but I kind of would have liked one of the big teams on the other side, just so that I know, or we know how they play and stuff, because obviously we don't know much about how Dortmund play, Bayern play, or PSG, and it'll just come as a shock really, because if we meet them in the final, it's obviously just one game, so Thomas Tuchel could get it wrong, which he's not doing at the moment. He's getting everything right, but in that one game, he could get everything wrong. That's why in the final, I'd rather we face PSG, because Thomas Tuchel knows all about PSG inside and out. He'll know the players and stuff and the tactics and everything. So in that sense, yeah, it's I'm very happy with the draw, and yeah, I do believe we got a good chance of winning it, but I'm not writing off Real Madrid or Liverpool because of their European pedigree as well. Like Darius said, experience is everything in the Champions League. It's so underrated. Like, obviously, most of the Liverpool team won the Champions League. That was about 2 seasons ago. And Real Madrid have won it 13 times and stuff. And they won it 3 years on the bounce, and they still got most of the players there. Like, what people don't realize is about Real Madrid as well, that they're starting to hit form as well now. Like, the reason why we say, oh, Real Madrid are not the same team is because they started off really bad, but I feel like they've kind of discovered their form. They're catching up to Atletico in that sense. So, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but I can't complain about the draw at all. I was so happy to see Porto, but I'm not discrediting Porto. Like, I do feel confident that we can beat them, but at the same time, I'm cautious in the fact that Porto knocked out Juventus with 10 men as well. So yeah, I'm not discrediting anything from that. But yeah, Shivam and Nandu then. So as you guys obviously know in Europe and stuff, give me your thoughts on the outside looking in about just generally about the Champions League and Europa League. Whoever first.
Go on, Nandu. You go first.
Dismantled after last week.
Yeah.
So obviously the Europa League, I'm not going to talk much about our game because it's just a disgrace, to be honest.
Save that for later.
I think you should. I think you should talk about it. Talk us through. No,
yeah. You can talk about it in the reviews.
Okay. What can I say about the game? It's just, I don't know, to be honest. With a 3-0 loss, it just looked like no one wanted to play at all. There's no one willing to step up for the team when it actually mattered. And I'm saying it actually mattered when it's Dynamo Zagreb. We shouldn't have been playing that badly against them, even if we had not a strong team, but a team that should be able to sit back against Zagreb and not concede any goals. But from minute one, you could tell that something was wrong. And obviously after the game, you could just tell that we need a whole back four reinforcement, because I don't know what to say about this team anymore, because like, I'm literally lost for words because I don't know what I'm meant to say. Like, after the game, I was just shocked because, bro, I don't know what to say anymore. I can't.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. That's all right.
I'm just lost for words, to be honest.
I'm sure.
I know we're Spurs here, but we can't be bottling it to this level.
You're Spurs. That's what Spurs do, man. Even though you say we're not. Yeah, anything can happen, man. It's Europe. That's why, like, with European competitions, that's the beauty of it. Like, obviously, if it's your own team, you're like, nah, I'm not having that and stuff. But when you see other teams, it's low key funny, but at the same time, it's like that's why we love these European competitions in a sense. Because I think we were saying as well, like, Champions League just doesn't feel the same, or Europa League doesn't feel the same. But Tottenham Spursing it up, like, it's just brilliant, isn't it? What else can you ask for?
And then you could definitely make a case that Mourinho really wanted to win the competition. You could see that in him. But then Spurs doing a Spurs again.
Exactly. That's the title of this video. Spurs doing Spurs. That's it.
Yeah, you could tell the press conference he was actually just shocked with the whole match, because I don't think anyone expected it. Especially the third goal. Yeah, my guy Orsic is just running past our defense like no one was there.
The game of his life, to be fair. Like,
yeah,
really good
I'm gonna gift you an Orsic poster soon.
Isn't it?
Nah, I think
Do it, man.
that match just proved that as much as we say that Mourinho was brought in to actually bring in a trophy for us, I think the rebuild is more important now because obviously 2 years going into without 2 years not buying any players has obviously caught up to us, and now we're just backlogging full of deadwood players that should have been gone 2 years ago as well. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just
fair
interesting
enough.
to see how summer transfer window will go now because obviously centre backs are the only thing that we need.
Who do you think is
The
going to win
history
the
of the
Europa?
Tottenham.
Sorry,
It's
sorry,
the
what was that?
history of the Tottenham.
Yeah,
The
you
Chiellini thing.
summed up perfectly there, to be honest. But who do you guys think going to win the Europa League then? So we'll go to
I
Shivam
think-
then. Who are you backing? Or
So from a neutral perspective, you know, I can say anyone, can't I? I think Bayern are winning the Champions League. I mean, it's just the way their club is. Like, they're just a crazy club, crazy side. So I can't see anyone else like winning it other than them. I think Liverpool have got I wouldn't underestimate Liverpool at all. Like, we say they had a
especially the
having a
Champions League
bad
as well.
run. Yeah, like they were saying, they're having a bad run in the Premier League right now, but the Champions League is a different league, so I wouldn't rule them out. Porto again, they're playing Chelsea. Two good solid defense sides, so anything can happen. But yeah, in terms of winning it, I think it's between probably Bayern and PSG. I can't see anyone else coming anywhere close.
Not even Man
And
City, you think? Or
I think they'll make it. They'll make it far, but I can't see them winning it. No, I think
There isn't much far left to go.
yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't see them winning it, to be honest. In terms of Europa League, I want to see a Man United Arsenal final, man. That's what I want to see. I want to see two English clubs in the final. I don't want to watch flipping Roma in the
no,
final.
Darius are gonna be so nervous
Like-
though. Can you imagine? Them two just
Yeah,
not
and-
gonna have their phones. They're just gonna be like
and
that the whole time.
The only reason that I was saying that Arsenal are the team that could beat us is because I think that Arteta, like I said before, is a far better tactician than Oli is.
Yeah.
So it on that day, maybe Oli could do a team talk that the whole team turns up and plays to this massive occasion, wherein otherwise, on the other hand, Arteta could set up a team that could literally obliterate Man United.
Yeah, and I genuinely think that Arsenal could win it. Like, it's like I said with Liverpool. Like, Arsenal haven't had the greatest of seasons in the Premier League, but then again, different league. And so as well, I think Arsenal probably will make it to the final. But I wouldn't rule out like Ajax and Roma. Like you said earlier, they're obviously again big clubs. Like, anything can happen. But I want to see from a neutral perspective, from someone who doesn't support any of these clubs, I want to see two English sides in the final because it just makes it that bit better. And obviously, I'm a huge Man United hater, so I kind of want to see Arsenal win it. I think they haven't had the greatest of seasons in the Premier League, so let them win something. So yeah, that's my thoughts on.
But you know what? I've just got this feeling. I don't know why. Like I've got a feeling Villarreal will just make it to the final. I don't know why. I think with Unai Emery in charge, like he's literally the master of this competition. He knows how to get to a final win.
Bruv. Until he came to Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
You even look at that game. I think he did set us up to win the Chelsea game, but
It's
the
Hazard's
brilliance
last
of
game. as well,
Hazard,
like-
exactly. Yeah, he just, and that's what I'm scared of again. Sorry to butt in, but that's what I'm scared of again if we say get United, because I think big occasions United have got world class players. Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, like on their day they beat any team. So that's why I always like to be optimistic and positive before a game. But like you said about nerves, like on the back of that Chelsea final, I would like, I've said I'd 100% back Arteta to get the tactics right and get that battle in our favour. But on the day, I'm not. Look at Pogba. He came on, scored straight away. It was class. It was really an instance of him just grabbing to get him by the scruff of the neck and just saying, right, I'm going to make a difference. And that's what big players do. So, yeah, we've definitely got to be wary.
That's what I credit Oli for the most. He's getting the best out of players who other managers were not able to get. Mourinho wasn't able to get the best out of Pogba, even though Mourinho bought him. But Oli is.
Yeah. I have another question for you, Darius. Then, so say, for example, you guys didn't win the FA Cup last season. Would you be less confident going, say, into the Europa League final? Do you think that FA Cup has sort of backed yourselves to sort of win the competition, win the Europa League? I know it's two different competitions, but you have that experience of getting to a final and stuff.
Yeah, and the importance of winning a trophy as well, no matter what it is, I think is important, because that current crop of players, when they lost to Chelsea, we really needed a trophy, because players like Aubameyang and Lacazette hadn't won a trophy at Arsenal. But I'm always confident going into FA Cup finals, even the 2017 one when Chelsea just won the league. I was so confident. I remember I put a big bet on it. I was like, we're going to win this, even though we had Mertesacker. We had some flimsy defence, Monreal in a back three, and it was like, oh my god.
Lost that still, man.
Yeah, and we played amazingly that day, and the same again last year. I was confident going into that, even though we conceded after the first 5 minutes. But it's not that I'm not confident. It kind of is, but I feel like you said about Liverpool and Madrid, obviously won Champions League so many times. I think we kind of got that with us in the FA Cup. Winning it 14 times. So it's almost like it's a kind of an advantage in our favour. But yeah, so I think it obviously does help, because players like that, we won a trophy last year, even Community Shield. I know people say it's a glorified friendly, but it's still a taste of a trophy. It's still nice to go to Wembley, and even though there's no fans, it's nice to get that official bit of silverware and trophy, and just, I think you thrive off it. So hopefully if we get, Arteta will have had a blinder if he gets the FA Cup first season and then Europa League, and it'll be, the only thing is that we need it. We're desperate for it. Like, it's the same against Chelsea Europa League final. We needed it because not only the trophy, we needed it because of the Champions League qualification again. Yeah. And I think we're going to have a similar case where almost Chelsea didn't have as much pressure that day, because if they lost the final, that's it. They didn't have Champions League qualification riding on it. And that's why I think it could very much be similar. United will already have Champions League qualification in the bag, so they don't really have much pressure on them. It's not all cost that game. If they lose, it's just a game they lose. Whereas us, it ruins us for the next season as well. So
it works both ways, don't you think? As in, you kind of need that pressure. There's more motivation for them to do it as well. So if United have no reason to win that trophy, it kind of plays into Arsenal hands as well. I guess it's more on the players and whether they use that as a motivation or use it as something that's like pressure for them, I guess.
100%, but if you're in a final, you're surely motivated enough to win at it. But yeah,
I guess it's like nerves as well. Like, so I think one of you guys mentioned about nerves as well, because not many people have that experience of getting to a final and winning something. That's why, if Arsenal were to play Manchester United in the final, I reckon Arsenal would have the edge, just because of having that FA Cup final. Arteta have won something. Ollie's hasn't been in that position of when he's strived and grabbed players as well to win something, whereas Arteta has done that with almost the same players, because United got a couple of new players from like the last the summer transfer window and stuff. But I think Arsenal do have the edge slightly. But yeah, we're gonna do a very quick sort of game sort of thing, just to make it fun as well. So we'll predict what the final is and who the winner's going to be. So who wants to go first? Any volunteers to go first? Or do I have to pick?
I think Shivam has to go first.
All right, Shivam, you go first. Go on. Predict the final and the winner.
I'll say Bayern are winning it. Who's the flip? Who can be in the final? Because obviously.
So if you're saying Bayern,
Porto, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll write this down on my phone. So Bayern versus who?
I'll say Liverpool then.
Liverpool. Okay, so Bayern wins then, yeah.
If Klopp manages to win the Champions League, Pep needs to be fired.
Hold on. Can Liverpool make it to the final? Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah. Bayern,
so
Liverpool then.
You're going for Bayern as your winners. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Abhinav, you go next. Go on.
Same as Shivam. Bayern, Liverpool, but Liverpool win it though.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
I don't know where this belief is coming from. I don't know. It's just Istanbul. We're struggling in the league. It's the same as last time. We could play Chelsea in the semis, same as 2005. It's kind of written in the stars, and you never really know where Liverpool is.
All right, I'll go. I might as well go next then. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna be a bit different. I'm gonna say PSG versus Chelsea.
And who wins it?
God. Am I allowed to say Chelsea? Yeah, I'm allowed to say
you
Chelsea.
are.
Of course I am, yeah.
You've got to just do
it's
it,
coming home,
boy. Might as well.
Just a couple minutes ago, you said Tuchel knows PSG in and out.
Exactly. Yeah. But obviously, you got to look at the players they've got as well.
They've got
yeah,
Poch.
I think. Yeah, they're Poch as well. Yeah, that's true.
And I changed mine.
We'll let the others go first, then
Okay.
if you want to make any changes. So yeah, I'm going for Chelsea. Nandu, you go next. Go on.
I'm going for a Bayern Chelsea final.
Bayern Chelsea.
I think Bayern will just edge it.
Just edge it. Okay, interesting.
Bayern Chelsea. That's 2012.
2012. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
2012
Yeah.
could happen.
And then-
Darius, you go next.
And then Chelsea lose the Club World Cup.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We could figure out that. That's fine. Yeah, Darius, go on. Your turn.
It's interesting that we've had two people that have said the winner's coming from that side of the draw, and I'm totally with Abhinav. And as I've said before, I really think it will be between Liverpool and Madrid that will go through to the final. I'll be a bit out there. I reckon PSG will be too good for Bayern, and then they'll be too good for City or Dortmund, probably City.
Oil money.
So I think it'll be
a.
yeah, exactly.
Kunal is the biggest agenda against Man City. He's so funny.
Against PSG too. I mean, if any of the teams are bought by any of these, Middle Eastern states, I would totally be against them spending 1.5 billion. Totally ruining football, to be honest. Real Madrid didn't. Real Madrid went out and splashed the cash. I'm not saying that Chelsea ruined football, but then these Middle Eastern owned clubs are.
How's Abramovich any different though?
Yeah, that's a topic for another week. Yeah.
He's just got an agenda against.
Listen. You just got to start. Everyone's got to start from somewhere, all right? Let's just move on. All right, Darius, who's who? So who's your two finalists then? So PSG versus who? You said.
Sorry, someone just messaged me.
Sorry.
So PSG against. I'll go with Madrid.
Okay.
Just because I think it'll be a very good tie, that Liverpool. I really hope it is. I think that's got the potential to be the best tie out of all of them. Just because they're both not at their best, but they're still two of the best teams in the competition in terms of the history of the competition. I think Madrid will. I think even if it's Liverpool, even if it's PSG against Liverpool, I think Liverpool would win. I honestly just think, especially Poch as well. So I'll be a bit out there with Madrid and say them, which it shouldn't be because they've won it the most times out of anyone. People forget that. And someone's telling me Chelsea could go far as well, but I'll go with Madrid.
All right.
And then I'll go, even though I slated Kunal for saying it, I'll go Arsenal United final as well.
We'll get onto that after we've done the Champions League ones. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Very sorry. Anyway, Kunal, what's your Champions League prediction for the final? And
just because I don't want to be similar to anybody, I would say Dortmund versus Real for the final, and Real to edge it. I don't know why I think that Haaland is going to score a hat-trick against City, just like Orisic did against Tottenham.
Had to get that in there. All right, so I'll just go through these again then. So, Shivim, your prediction is Bayern versus Liverpool. Bayern to win. Abhinav, Bayern versus Liverpool as well. Sorry. What do you change to?
I'm going City Liverpool. I think it's City Liverpool win. Yeah.
Do you know what? I was about to say none of us chose Man City, which is quite surprising.
Yeah.
None of us even gave thought, but
Bayern's in it. That's why.
I just think that I think City under the floodlights, big stadium and stuff like that, the pressure gets to them because they don't have the history in the tournament. But this season's different, as in there's no fans or anything, so it could play to advantage. Yeah, that's what I mean. This could help them actually. Yeah. They still bottled it last year as well without fans, but yeah.
So Abhinav's gone for Man City versus Liverpool, and Liverpool as the winners. I've gone for PSG versus Chelsea, and I've gone Chelsea as winners. Nandu's gone for Bayern versus Chelsea. He's gone for Bayern winners. Darius has gone PSG versus Real Madrid as the final, and Real Madrid as the winners. And Kunal has gone Dortmund versus Real Madrid, and Real Madrid as the winner. So those are our predictions for the Champions League. And whilst we're at it, let's just do Europa League, man. Why not? Let's make it a bit fun. Let's spice it up.
Yeah, let's do it quick, man, because I've got to go. Or I'll just jump out. I'll do mine first and might have to jump out.
Go for it, Darius,
so even though I slated Kunal, I'll go Arsenal United, and then I'll say Arsenal winners, because I think we're long overdue that victory in Europa League. And I really think sometimes you need these things to propel you. And I really think if we win the Europa League, if we don't win the Europa League, we'll be stuck. We won't even have Europa League football next season. We'll have nothing. But I really think if we win the Europa League, we'll be propelled into Champions League football next year, get a bit more money. Arteta signs more players. And I think it could be a start of the project that he said is going to boom soon. So, yeah, I'll be optimistic and say Arsenal are going to win.
Arsenal. Okay, cool. Shivam, you go next, bro.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Man United Arsenal final, and I say Arsenal to win it. I know that's kind of wild, but I think they can do it. I'm backing them fully. Yeah.
Okay, so exactly the same as Darius then. Cool. All right. All right, Kunal, you go next, bro. Go on.
I'll go with the same. I'll say United versus Arsenal, same as Darius in the final. But then I think that United is going to edge it just because Ollie's going to bring out his winners' medals, show them to the players, and be like, "You got to win this."
Yeah. Imagine the scenes, man. That happens.
Just because Ollie has experiences of playing big finals himself, and he is a treble winner, even though he, like I said, he's not the best tactician. I think that he can bring the best out of players, and if he managed to go on a run, he can well do it. And like Darius mentioned earlier, we have Champions League in the bag for next season anyway, so just go out there and win a trophy.
Yeah, no, summed up perfectly there, bro. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Nandu, you go next, then. Go on. Can't say Tottenham, by the way.
Shut up. I think it's going to be an Arsenal United final. I think, as much as I hate Arsenal as a team, I think they've got more of a hunger to actually win the Europa League. So I'm going to go with Arsenal to win it. If they do, God forbid them. God forbid.
I'll go next then. So I'm going to be different again. I'm going to say Villarreal. Villarreal against
Ajax or Roma.
I'm going to say Roma. And I think Villarreal to win it, I think. Yeah, I just think there's legitimate reasons why any of those teams can sort of win it as well, like I mentioned before. But yeah, it should be interesting. And lastly, Abhinav.
I think Ole is going to win his first trophy. I think it's going to be a Villarreal United.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And United to win. Okay, interesting. I'll just go through those.
Are you writing it down?
Both of you are saying that Villarreal are going to beat Arsenal, and I could probably see that happening. Imagine the scenes if that happens, man.
The thing is, none of us will be shocked if it happens, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just one of them. But I'll go through our predictions again for the Europa. So Darius and Shivam have both said Arsenal versus United final, both going for Arsenal winners. Kunal's said the same, Arsenal versus United, but he's gone for Man United winners. Nandu's gone for Arsenal versus Man United, Arsenal winners. I've gone for Villarreal versus Roma, Villarreal winners. And Abhinav has gone for Manchester United against Villarreal and Manchester United as winners. Any final thoughts, guys, on the European competitions?
Can you say it again? I didn't hear it.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Be nice if we get an English team in the Super Cup. That'll be good.
All right, Super Cup predictions, boys. What we say?
Madrid, Arsenal win it. Bro.
Madrid, Arsenal.
Oh no! Imagine a Liverpool United.
It's
too early for all that, bro. Too early.
Come on, think about it.
Too fair. We can make Super Cup predictions when
we've already predicted our winners, so you could just pick them against each other.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. So technically, Shivam, your Super Cup prediction is Bayern versus Arsenal.
Oh no, that could happen.
That could be another 8-2.
Bayern win like 10-0.
Abhinav's is Liverpool United. Mine is Chelsea versus Villarreal. Wow, imagine that. That'd just be so weird. Chelsea
Super Cup,
United.
I'm not watching that.
Then Nandu's is Bayern Arsenal as well. Darius, yours is Real versus Arsenal. Yeah.
Yeah, and I reckon we'll win that as well, bro.
And Kunal's is Real Madrid against Manchester United. Some interesting stuff there, boys. Yeah. Any other final thoughts before we wrap this up?
I have a question. Who do you think is going to be like a surprise player in the knockouts, Champions League and Europa?
Surprise player.
Yeah. Put that out there.
For me, it'd be a Madrid player, someone like Tony Kroos. I think will just like some banging, some free kicks, something. Yeah. But I don't even know what forwards they have these days. But
Nat Phillips.
No.
That question was just for him.
I don't know. tough one. I'm
Napoli,
literally going
fine.
for the players now.
I've got a dip, so I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, that's calm, man. Yeah, that's calm. That's calm. Thanks for jumping on anyway, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peace out, bro. Yeah. I'll go.
I'd
Do you want?
say-
Do you want to
go
put it? Go on. You go first. Go on. Go on.
I'd say Nabry for Bayern. And I know he's good anyway, but I think he'll just shine. Like he'll get the headlines over Lewandowski. For Europa League, I don't know. I'd say someone like Saka. I think he'll do well.
Okay. I'm gonna put it out there. I think Kai Havertz potentially. This is his
Yeah,
chance. This
me
is
too.
his
I was
chance.
gonna go for Kai Havertz.
This is his chance now to really put a name on that price tag in a sense, because he's done well for when he's been in the team. Like against Atletico, he was all right as well. Coming off the bench and stuff, he did well. Against Everton, he did really well in the false nine. Even against Leeds, he played well and stuff. Just his finishing wasn't there. But I think this screams out for one of the Chelsea's big summer signings to step up. But yeah, I'm gonna say that. What about you, boys?
Or I'm gonna go for a player we've all forgotten about who was quite highly rated back in the day, Marco Royce.
Roy, does he even play for Dortmund? Like, as in, does he still play in the team, or is he like a bench
He got an
player?
injury. He got an injury. But I don't know if
so
he...
he's gonna turn up for the final, and then
Jadon Sancho is another one for Europa League. Sancho as well.
You mean
It's
Champions
tough.
League? Yeah.
Champions
I'm
League.
I don't want to say Europa League. God,
You know what? I'm gonna say Odegaard for Arsenal. This guy's insane.
Odegaard. Yeah, he's a good player. Very good player.
Kabak looked really good on the international league, and I think like with the proper centre back next to him, he looked sick. So I think he's our best centre back at the moment. So I think he'll do well for us. I don't know. I'm not waffling. I'm just waffling.
And for the Europa League, I'll say Fred, the
Huh?
fake Brazilian.
Fred.
Oh, I thought you said Fred.
Yeah.
You see how Troy Deener's mocking Fred?
Yeah, that was
That video is quite old. It's
Yeah.
almost 2 years old.
yeah.
So,
Anyways, any other final thoughts before we wrap? Do we wrap this section up, or
which team do you think is going to get biggest
what?
battering? Who's losing like 5-0 in the Champions League?
Porto.
could happen?
You think?
It's only them that could, I think. Yeah, like they're good, but
I
still
think for
gonna
some
get
reason, I think Dortmund might, because defensively they're not that great. I
Yeah,
think.
that's true.
Like,
That
but
is true.
Dortmund,
They'll
Dortmund
concede
could
the goals,
score.
but they're gonna score as many goals as well.
I don't know, against City's defense. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but City's defense is really good.
Mm.
So, yeah, I think the only one where I just see a complete demolition is either our game or
See Dortmund.
City Dortmund, because of how bad they are back, really. Yeah. And yeah, that wraps up this part of the podcast then.
What do you think the weather's going to be like in the
Oh,
final?
fuck's sake. You jokers.